Yes, I know, I get it. It's been a while. I'm doing it, okay? It's here. How's it going, Toons of the World? It is your pal Megas, bringing you another Toontastic video. And today, I'd like to talk about the CFO battle. Yes, finally, I know. And once again, I'd like to draw your attention to this video on the screen. It is by my pal Gag Strategist, who does this video 100 times better than I do. So if you'd like to go check that out and probably get a more in-depth look at the CFO, by all means, check out that video. But if you want to hear my version of it, it's about to start in about 7 seconds. So here we go. So the first thing you're going to need to know is the suit parts. You can't do any boss battle until you get the suit. Now you get the Cashbot suit by collecting the suit parts through tasks in Donald's Dreamland. Just like if it was Toontown Central or Donald's Dock or Minnie's Melodyland, where you do tasks in order to get the gag tracks, here you do tasks to acquire your Cashbot suit. There's 12 total parts, so that means you do 12 total tasks. After you've got your suit, your first suit you'll get is your short change level 1. You're going to need 40 cog bucks for your promo. And every suit going up between short change, penny pincher, tightwad, etc., you need 5 promos to get to the next cog tier. And once you get to Robber Baron, you complete levels 8 through 50. And there are specific levels when you're a Robber Baron in which you earn certain things. Passing level 12 gives you teleport access, and getting to levels 15, 20, 30, 40, and 50 each give you laugh boosts. There are 5 total laugh boosts you can get from working on your Cashbot suit. How do you level up your Cashbot suit though? You need cog bucks, which means just destroy Cashbots and you'll get cog bucks. Simple as that. The most effective way to get cog bucks though is through the mints, the coin, dollar, and bullion, which I discussed in my last video. But let's talk about the battle itself now. You've got 8 toons together, you're all ready to fight the CFO. Here's what to expect. There's only one battle in this, unlike 2 of the other bosses, the VP and the CEO, but this battle is notorious for having a lot of cogs. The CFO easily has the most amount of cogs you'll have to battle in any of the bosses. Between the 2 sides, there will be a grand total of about 65 cogs that need to be defeated, which means on your side, you'll probably be defeating at least 30. All the cogs range from levels 1 through 12, but you know you'll at least find 1 or 2 12s, especially because at the beginning of the battle, it is always a given that one of the first cogs will be a level 12. But because there's so many different levels of cogs, there's so many different strategies to talk about. It's not like any of the other ones where I can just say, use sound, because that's not always the case. Sometimes you'll get 3 6s and an 11. And you're not going to want to waste 2 fogs on this. Instead, what you're going to want to do is probably use 3 sound and have the 4th person use a cake on the 11. There's so many different possibilities and so many different strategies. And so the best way to really figure these out is just by testing them. Different combinations of lure, sound, drop, throw, squirt, trap. There's way too many for me to discuss, so I'm not going to go through all of them in the video. But trust me when I say that it is something that you will learn from experience. But after you've defeated all of those cogs, we finally move on to the round where you fight the CFO himself. Now there's 2 main roles in the CFO battle, and that's either goon stomping or craning. First thing I'm going to talk about is goon stomping. Now for goon stomping, you don't really need more than 2 people doing it, but because there's only 4 cranes, it usually leaves 4 people doing it anyway, but you don't really need more than 2. There are 2 sides in which the goons come out of the CFO, and in order to stun them, all you need to do is jump on top of them. It's best to come in from the back and jump on their head to stun them. Once you jump on them, they're stunned for roughly about 15 to 20 seconds. And that's the point when the craner is supposed to pick it up and throw it at the CFO. And stunning goons will also throw out treasures from the goons. The smaller the goon, the smaller the treasure. But these treasures will help give you a tune-up and keep you alive in battle. Though be careful of the goons, because if you're caught in their spotlight, they will do damage to you. And now buckle up, ladies and gentlemen, because I'm going to discuss craning. Now this is something I get asked about a lot. How do I crane? How do I crane well? And let's see if I can just go over this to the best of my abilities. So what you do as a craner is pick up the goons and throw them at the CFO. There will be many goons on the ground that the other toons will be running around trying to stun. It is in your best interest to pick up a stunned goon. If you pick up a stunned goon, then the goon will not fall off of the magnet. However, if you pick up a goon that is not stunned and it is still alive, it will fall off the magnet in about 5 seconds, which doesn't give you a whole lot of time to aim your shot. So it's in your best interest, if you don't know how to crane really well, to pick up the stunned goons. Now let's say you have picked up a goon and you want to throw it at the CFO. This is the best tip I can give you. is patience. Steady your crane. Get your goon, move the top of the crane so it's pointed straight at the CFO, and let it swing until it stops and dangles in one spot. Then, and only then, move your crane towards the CFO, move it back, and move it towards him again. That way it builds up enough inertia that it swings forward and you can let it go and hit the CFO. A lot of people get really antsy and start swinging the crane everywhere, and then they can't control it, and it is pretty annoying. The best thing you can do is hold it at a spot, let it slow down, and then move forward to either hit the CFO or try to swing forward and grab a goon. I have a couple other tips that you might find handy. At the very beginning of the round, if you pick up a safe and keep it right in front of you, it's handy for those spot moments when you need them. But let me discuss what the safes do. Let's say you're throwing goons at the CFO and you're hitting them a lot. That's great, you're doing damage, you're winning the battle. If you get a goon and hit the CFO for 15 or more damage, the CFO will become in a dizzy, stunned state. And when in this state, you can throw the safes at him and they will do a whopping amount of damage. The most I've ever seen is 51. So these safes pack a punch. Though be careful, because if you throw a safe at him when he is not stunned, everyone's gonna hate you. That's the best way to put it. Because what it does is it gives the CFO a helmet. And with this helmet, it basically makes him immune from all attacks. You can't throw any more goons at him and expect them to hurt him. So in order to get rid of this helmet, you have to throw another safe at him. Though, once again, be careful, because if you see a safe on his head and you're thinking of knocking it off, but you see someone else throwing a safe trying to knock it off, just let them do it, because more often than not that I've seen, as one person knocks a safe off, the other person who's also trying to knock the safe off throws another one on his head by accident, and then everybody gets mad and everybody quits, and it's not fun. So, the main focus of craning: pick up stunned goons, throw them at the CFO. If the CFO is stunned, throw safes. You do this until the CFO runs out of health and you win the battle. Though, do realize that this may take a while because the CFO does have about 400 to 450 health. I don't know the exact number because I'm too lazy to figure it out, but it's in the 400s. Though beware, because it is really easy to get hurt and lose life in the CFO battle. And there's a few different ways of doing it. First off, if you touch the CFO, it'll do a -1. But if he notices you touching him, he'll also take a swipe at you, which does an additional 5. And then there's the gears. The CFO will turn and look at you, and if he does, that means he's getting ready to throw gears at you. If you get hit by the gears, it does -10. But do know there is a tip for avoiding these gears. If you do not play in full screen mode, and you look at the top bar above your Toontown window, the one that has the X and the taskbar, and it'll typically say Toontown Rewritten Beta, when the CFO is about to throw gears at you, and you click and hold that, as you see in this example, it freezes your screen. And what that does is it basically makes it so the gears don't hit you. They'll go right through your toon and not cause any damage. And the last way to get hurt, which is the most common way, is by the goons. The goons' flashlights do hurt you. The small ones will do about a -3, but once you get to the bigger ones, they'll do more and more damage. The big red ones can do up to 24 damage to you, so be careful where you walk. And now finally, let's say you defeated the CFO and he gets run over by the train, which may or may not have been set up by Mad Harry. You now get a reward. But what are the rewards? You get a unite. The unites are phrases that you can say that will affect all the toons around you. And there are 3 different types of unites: tune-up unites, restock unites, and jellybean unites. The tune-up unites are either 10, 20, 40, 80, or max. So if you're in a group of toons and a lot of them are hurt, and you use a tune-up unite, it will heal the toons around you for the amount of the unite. For instance, if you have a 40, it'll tune up everyone around you for 40. Similar thing happens with the restock. You can get a restock tune-up, restock trap, restock lure, restock sound, restock throw, restock squirt, or restock drop. And what that will do is that when you use it, it'll restock somebody's gags entirely of that specific gag track. You use a restock throw, everybody gets their cakes, their pies, and other pies. But probably the most useful one of this type is the restock all, which will restock all gag types. And then finally, there's the jellybean unites. There's the 100, 200, 350, and 600. And what this will do is when you use it, all the toons around you will get jelly beans. It'll go into their personal jelly bean jar, and any leftover will overflow to their bank at their estate. And this is most commonly seen in bean fests, when a bunch of toons gather around, whether it's in Donald's Dreamland or Chippendale's Acorn Acres or Toontown Central, and they're all just using bean unites and giving each other jelly beans. to buy stuff from catalogs, I guess. I don't know what they do with it, but that's where those come from. As another bonus is at the end of the battle, whatever unite you earned, Mata Hari uses and it affects you. So if you earned a 100 jelly bean unite, at the end of the battle, when Mata Hari says it, you will earn 100 jelly beans. But that's basically the ins and outs and everything you need to know about the CFO, and more specifically why most people clicked on this is to learn how to crane. But thank you guys for watching, I really do appreciate it. Hope you guys enjoyed. If I left anything out, or if you can just think of something that's more specific for some of the more advanced tunes out there, feel free to leave a comment down in the comment section below. Thank you all for watching. I love you guys very much, but don't tell my mom that I love you guys more. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I will see you guys next time. Hope y'all enjoyed, and if you did, be sure to smash that like button. It helps me know that my work is appreciated. Leave a comment and subscribe if you're new. You can check out my live stream at twitch.tv/Megasnoop. Follow me on Twitter at MegasnoopTTR, and I hope y'all have a toontastic day.